Hey, welcome back to the channel, beautiful people. My name is Bo Skitsko, and today I'm gonna take you with me on a trip to Chicago. Me and my wife went for a small 2-day trip to Chicago to visit some friends, but also do some sightseeing. And if you're interested in tips, tricks, and ideas of what to do in Chicago, stay tuned, come with us, let's go. Once we arrived in Chicago, from afar we could see the skyline, and it's so big, so many tall, huge buildings, it's almost mesmerizing. That being said, the traffic situation and the parking situation is horrible. Good luck with that. The first thing we got to see was Lincoln Park, one of the oldest zoos in the country. Over 200 species of animals to see, and the coolest thing about all of this is it's totally free for the public. Anyone can come in and enjoy the big park and all those animals and events that they have. It was the middle of October, a little chilly, and the conservatory where the botanical garden is and stuff, that was closed, so that was a bummer. Totally worth it. Good luck finding a parking spot. Next thing we got to see was the Millennium Park, where all the tourists go to take a picture with the big metal bean. When you go to Chicago, you have to take a selfie with that bean. The Millennium Park separates downtown from Michigan Lake, so you can walk from downtown to the lake and back through the park. There's all kinds of fountains with people's faces on it that were supposed to spit out water. For some reason that day it didn't work, but still cool to see. The Pritzker Pavilion, I hope I say this right, playgrounds for kids, and there's like a big garden with many different flowers, but it was October, so it kind of looked lame, but I can see how in the summer it would be extremely pretty and beautiful. Again, good luck finding a parking space. I think we paid like $25 for under 2 hours. Then we went downtown to see Willis Tower. I think formerly it was the Sears Tower, now it's the Willis Tower. Before actually getting on the elevator and stuff, there's a little expo where you walk around and they show you how the tower was built, what you can expect. So it's pretty neat. To go up on the Skydeck will cost you about $35 per person. You get to go on the 103rd floor on a little glass balcony where you can take pictures and selfies. And let me tell you, it doesn't sound that bad, but once you actually step on that piece of glass and have the whole city of Chicago underneath you, that is a really interesting experience. You might experience some butterflies in your stomach. One pro tip, when you buy your ticket for the Willis Tower, if you have time to see more things in the city, maybe ask for the city pass. That will allow you to visit, I believe, like up to 5 museums or something like that. You get to save some money if you're planning on seeing more things, so ask for the city pass. We also got to see the Field Museum, one of the biggest natural history museums in the country. You get to see dinosaur skeletons and the history and culture of different nations like Egypt, China, all kinds of cool things. I think it's totally worth going. I had a blast, and just the information you get if you actually stop and read about some things is very mind-blowing. Just a little pro tip here with the Field Museum is it looks like it has 2 levels. Please make sure you don't miss out the basement level. That's where Egypt and the mummies are, so don't miss on the opportunity to go downstairs. It's easy to miss. The Field Museum tickets are about $25 per person. Now, the interesting thing is that going up on a Skydeck and taking a selfie for your Instagram account is more expensive than learning about the national and world history. Just a side note, something I've noticed. We also had a chance to just walk around downtown, do some people watching, absorb the culture, watch the huge buildings, the street food, check out the metro, and it's just a cool experience to see the rhythm and culture of the city. So a few places that we didn't have time to see but totally worth checking out if you have time are the Museum of Science and Industry, where you can check out a huge submarine and get a tour of that. Then right next to the Field Museum is the Aquarium, and even cooler, right next to the Field Museum is also the Adler Planetarium, which unfortunately was closed that day. And last pro tip, maybe, just maybe, because of the horrible parking situation in that city, consider Ubering everywhere, because parking is super expensive and difficult to find. We were lucky enough and patient enough to find a really cool apartment 12 minutes from downtown that had 2 rooms, totally private, separate entrance, and it was only $75 a night. After all that and visiting our friends, we got back in the car and driving back home, and in the middle of nowhere, our car breaks down on the highway in the field, and it took us about 2 to 3 hours to figure it out, to get it fixed, get it into a shop, and we finally made it home with fun memories and an awesome experience from Chicago. Hope you liked it. Leave your comments down below, and to the next trip.